squeeze like 20 years of my sales career like into like 3 minutes. But basically how my story goes is Van's exactly right. We sold books door to door together back in the 90s. And what the philosophy was back in those days was just go, 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 go to the next house, next house, next house, next house. It was just turn and burn, turn and burn. You didn't even think of asking for referrals. I mean, it was just go, 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 go. And we all sold a lot of books, but we had to work 80 to 85 hours a week, basically 14 hours a day, Monday through Saturday, in order to make the money that we wanted to make. You know, when you're like 19, 20 years old, you know, your body allows for that. So when I came to Family Heritage, that's all I knew was just go, 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 go. Next person, next person, next person. Never thought of working referrals. And I did well at Family Heritage. I was a top producer during that time, you know, but I had to work, you know, 60 hours a week, you know, when I worked from home. I worked in my hometown. And I went on all the travel train wars in order to reach those numbers. And then it was kind of like, it was just literally an act of God. When my daughter was born, I took a little time off and I was like, you know, I really want to go back out there, but there's no way I can work 60 hours a week with a newborn child. So literally, like the story goes, I was out knocking one day and this lady was so rude to me. You know, those people that you don't get them very often, but they just curse you out. They, you know, just explicit, you know, they're just not very friendly. This lady was so rude to me. And so I went back to my car, and about 3 weeks later, I was sitting down with this young man. He bought a policy from me and I was about to leave his house. And he said, Kate, I have a huge favor to ask. And he's like, would you go show this to my mom? Because my mom really needs to get this. Her mom died of cancer. Her sister died of cancer. So I was like, oh, my first referral. How exciting. So he gave me her name and address. And I pulled up at the house, and guess who it was? It was that awful woman who was so rude to me just 3 weeks prior. And so I gave it a couple of days and I finally had the courage to go knock on her door. And the very first thing out of my mouth was, you know, your son sent me over here, you know, don't shoot me. And she was as nice as could be. I mean, she was like, come on in. She bought the policy from me. And then she worked at the local bank. She sent me over to the bank to sell a bunch of people over there. And I was so confused. I was like, why is she so much nicer to me because her son told me to go over there than when I just cold called her? Like, I didn't really understand that. And it was kind of the same week. I was also working businesses. And I was sitting down at the little real estate office and I hit it off with those ladies. And they were like, oh, you need to go see so-and-so and so-and-so. I didn't even ask for referrals. They were just giving them to me. So they were referring me up and down the street where all the businesses were. And what they didn't know is that I had called on almost all of those businesses already. And most of them had already blown me off. But I thought, you know, it's probably worth me going back now that I have a referral, because maybe the same thing will happen that happened with that other lady. And sure enough, when I went back to those businesses with a referral from the real estate ladies, every single one of them invited me to do business with their companies. And it was at that point when I realized, okay, there's something to be said about referrals. And so I really spent the next 3 months just mastering referrals and getting as many as I could and seeing as many as I could. And so what happened is that when I was just cold calling, my closing percentage with Family Heritage was about 1 out of 5, which is company average, I believe. And as soon as I started working referrals, it went up to 4 out of 5. I mean, it literally quadrupled. And as Van had mentioned, I was able to do that working, you know, less than half of the hours that I had been working before. So then I was just on a roll. I was basically a top producer, you know, working part-time. And then we moved back to Nashville, and Southwestern, the book company, hired me back on for many, many years to run all their sales training. So what do you think the very first thing I implemented was referrals, because they had never done it in 160 years. And then along the way, I decided just to start my own coaching business. And all I have done for years is coach salespeople how to work referrals, because it will completely change your career if you're really dialed into it and learn a couple of things. So what my course actually covers, and there's about 20 of you guys who took it last year, is it's basically 15 modules with videos, quizzes, scripts, downloads, all sorts of stuff. And what I teach is just how to effectively ask for referrals. In sales, there's really effective language that works, and there's language that's not effective. So obviously I teach like, how do you exactly ask for referrals in the most effective way? How to overcome any objections. Like if someone says, oh, I just can't think of any, or I don't know anyone who'd be interested, kind of what to do and say in those situations. How to approach referrals. That's the fun part. I also, what I'm a ninja about is how not to chase referrals. I do not ever teach to get a referral and drive 30 minutes across town to see somebody. What I teach is how to get referrals within a 5-minute radius from each other, so you can really maximize your time. I also teach how to organize all your referrals, because once you have 50, 100, 200 referrals, I mean, you got to be organized. So I have a whole system for that. Also how to start new territory with referrals, and on and on and on. So anyways, the price of my course, so for the general population right now, if you were not with Van's group and you went to sign up for my course, it's actually $588. But because you guys are with Van, and because last year my rate, you can see some will say 588. Last year, your group, my rate was 288. I created a coupon code, and all of you guys get $300 off. So you guys get last year's rate instead of this year's rate. And so I sent Van a link, I think he's on it right now, a link to the course and also the coupon code. So just make sure you use that coupon code so you get $300 off. And how you actually insert that coupon code is that when you get to this page you see now, it'll say sign up for $588. Go ahead and click that. And then on the last page of registration, right above the credit card information, there's a little gray link that says have a coupon code. So again, right above the little credit debit card information, click on that link that says have a code, and then put the code in there. Yeah, so it's not on this page. It's like, I think the next page or the next page. But I know Van's group last year, Van, you can probably speak better than I can, but right after I worked with his group, didn't y'all have like your best season and best quarter ever in 27 years, or some ridiculously awesome number?
Yeah, we did. We more than tripled from literally the month or the quarter before to that one. We actually, our numbers, our sales number, a little bit more than tripled. Yeah. And the one thing, the only difference you could really point to was the fact that we were using referrals, and we were really good at it, keeping up with it, tracking it. That's what actually made us start tracking it on our Monday Morning Good News, was kicking it off with your course. This might not be taking mine because I've already signed up for the course, so this might be the I already have an account option. Kate, do you think that's what the issue is here?
That is, because this is what it looks like when I come here, but it'll still say create a new account. You'll put your name and email on this first page, and then I think it's the second page when you'll see like the billing information. The coupon code link is right above that. So just make sure you're mindful of that. Oh, and I forgot to mention, is that anybody who registers for my course in Van's group, I'm going to do 4 weeks of back-to-back conference calls with those people. So I'll basically give you guys a private coaching on this for 4 weeks, and I'll kind of hold your hand, walk you through it, make sure you get off to a really good fast start with this. And also, for those of you listening in who signed up for my course last year, I'm also going to invite you guys to also join those calls. Since it's been a year, I think it'd be great for you guys to kind of have a refresher course and get back on track in case COVID, kind of took the wind out of your sails in any way. I want you guys to really finish strong this year. So if you took my course last year, you can join those conference calls. And if you sign up today or, whenever this week, then you'll be brand new and start those calls as well.
Kate, thank you. That is unbelievably generous for you. Guys, that's over 50% off of the course value right off the top, knocking it from $588 down to $288. And guys, let me ask you something. How do you think in less than a year and a half's time, Kate's been able to take a product that would cost $288 and now charge $588 for it? What would be the main reason for that?
It works.
Very, you know what? That's brevity. I love it. It works, guys. That's in two simple words. It flat out works. And guys, it works so well that Kyle and I are willing to also put our money where our collective mouths are. That's a unique way to say that, but put your money where your mouth is. So anyway, what we're doing, and it's not in the pretty font that Nicole uses, but this is what we're willing to do, guys. In addition to the $300 discount that Kate's already giving you. So since we know, guys, that you will sell 2, 3, 4 times as much insurance and protect that many more families, guys, when you do that, guess what? Kyle and I, we're paid on overrides. So the better you do, the better we do. So we are willing to take some of that additional income that will come in overrides and invest it right back into you. So again, with this being now $288, for anyone on this call who protects $10,000 worth of families over the next 2 weeks. So we're not talking about breaking records and riding eagles. We're talking about a couple of greenouts, okay? Anyone that does that over the next 2 weeks, Kyle or I, depending on your agency, will pay half of the $288. So we'll pick up the $144. We specifically, in no way, shape, or form, wanted to create any sort of incentive where we paid for all of it, because that would remove you having skin in the game, and things that you pay for, you use a lot more often. Even if you buy it at a discount, you use it a lot more often than something that's just given to you for free. Okay, so you have a little bit of skin in the game. And guys, let me remind you, even when you sell smaller policies like preferred policies, you're making $144 when you make a small sale. Some of you guys, when you sell those elite policies or family plans, you're making that whole $288 back in commissions on just one policy. So I encourage you, don't be penny wise and pound foolish, or penny wise and dollar dumb. Okay, think big picture. But let's go out this week and let's start asking for referrals this week. Sell 10,000 over this week and next week combined. Get this thing discounted. By the way, for those of you that get the $144 paid for by us, you can put the other $144 on your FHL account. And for anybody, if you fall a little bit short, we would actually allow you to put the $288 on your account, so long as you did, take that course. So yeah, that's what we got for you guys. Are there any questions for me or for Kate or for about this or anything else we talked about? Hey
When
guys,
does
I'll
it
tell
start?
you, Kate's, the course can start anytime that you pay for it and start it. Now, as far as the incentive, it starts the moment we hang up off this call. It's this week and next week are the 2 weeks for the incentive to have an additional $144 off. But again, some of you guys are a little bit, that are a little bit sharper. You'll probably go ahead and sign up for this thing today and go ahead and get started on it, because you realize that the material inside of it will help you sell 10,000 over the next 2 weeks if you didn't sell 2,000 over the previous 2 weeks. So be smart. We'll get you reimbursed on that extra $144 when you do it, but starts immediately this week and next week. So everything that gets in, what's today's date? The 21st? Yeah. So the cutoff for this incentive, guys, is at 8 a.m. on Monday, October 5th. So that's when business needs to be in. So it's two straight weeks. So, and guys, the trainings that Kate's done, absolutely invaluable, guys. Answers specific questions, gives you new ways of looking at it, helps you get out of the stigma you may have about asking the right way, and then proper follow-up, guys. It's just, you can follow up on referrals and do it in the exact wrong way and get the same wrong results and incorrectly think, oh, referrals don't work. Yeah, they do. It's just if you do it the right way. So, Kate, thank you so very much for being on today. And
You're
I am fired up to get, I'm fired up to have 30 plus people that we're recognizing on a weekly basis with double-digit referrals. And we're gonna do something special the first time we have 5 people over 50 referrals for a week. We may do some kind of special drawing for that and have some fun with it. So thank you, Kate.
And can you send out the coupon code? It might be in your, but I'll tell y'all, it's basically VAN, all lowercase, 300. Do y'all see that? Like little lowercase VAN 300 all together? You guys see that? Just
Anyone outside the Raleigh office, please answer real quick. Anyone outside the Raleigh office?
Yes, we can. You can see it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yay. Thanks,
guys,
Dan.
I will forward this to all of you. Whoops. That was replying to Kate. So I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to forward. So I will forward that to you guys all right now. Again, I would encourage you, go ahead and sign up for the course today. Use the material this week to help yourself get there, and we'll get you reimbursed on the 144 or whatever you earn on the back end. But just makes a lot of sense, guys. Makes a ton of sense. Hey, thanks again, and we look forward to scheduling.
Thanks, Dan, and I'm sure I'll see a bunch of you guys soon, and we'll pull in those conference calls as soon as we kind of see who we've got, and we'll take it from there.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Hey, Kate, Brian's got a question.
Yeah.
So I signed up last year. Can we still log into that same account and access that material still? Is it good for indefinitely?
That's a good question. You get lifetime access once you enroll. And I actually encourage everybody I've coached in the past to go back every 3 to 6 months and just refresh, because it's so easy to get away from some key points, as time goes on. So that brings up a very good point. Yes, go ahead and log in. And then if you want to join the upcoming new calls just to really have a refresher course, then absolutely. We'll see who we have that's new, and then I'll send an email out to the old guys from last year, and we'll pull everybody together if y'all want to join.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kate. You're the best.
Well, y'all are too. Y'all have a great day. See you soon.
Thank you. Guys, have a rock and roll Monday. It's time to churn and burn, make a dash for the cash, serve and swerve. So remember, we've all been super blessed. Let's go out and be a blessing for somebody else today. See ya. Let's see here.
Right.
I'm going to stop share. Stop recording.
Yeah. Just ask you. We'll go with one of your own.